record on this computer. All right, cool. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sarah Haywood. I am happy to be here with you guys and really honored to be doing this call with Scotty B, who is a leader not only in our company, but in this industry and has had a lot of success. And I'm so grateful not only to have him as a part of our company, but also as a friend and a mentor and somebody that we get to build this business with. So we're here to just go through the back office to show you your website, how to get started, and just a little bit of info for the new affiliates out there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the back office. Where'd it go? I closed out my window. Hold on one second. Scotty B, anything you want to say while I'm pulling this up?
Yeah, just want to say great morning to most people, great afternoon to some, and I guess because we're international now, it could be great evening to some that are joining us. And Sarah, it's awesome to be on here with you in our PMB Familia. We're going to have a great morning here, and most importantly, focus on the most important things to get started. So I'm just so pleased that you and I get a chance to do this together. I love you, darling, and love everybody who's here, part of our family, and I'm ready to go. You just take the lead, girl.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So if you guys don't know yet, if you're new to the company, this is the duplicated website that everybody gets. So at the top, you've got your affiliate name. This is my own website. So whatever your username is that you choose will be also the handle for your website. So my username is Sarah Haywood. My website is sarahhaywood.primemybody.com. And you can see a little picture up there in the corner, and you can put that in through your back office. We'll show you how to do that. And then the website really, just go through it. It's super simple. We've got the company, about the company, our medical advisory board. We have frequently asked questions, press on our company, and then contact information. And then here we have all of our products. So we've got the hemp extract, the Nox, Prime My Pet, the protein, Hydrate Pure, the lip balm, and then the opportunity. So people can click to learn more about the affiliate program and also log in. And then if you scroll, you can see there's information that you're able to click on each of these windows to find out more information, or rather your customers. So this is where you're going to be sending your customers and also new people who want to enroll. And what I also love about it is that we have different languages that people can choose. You can do, we've got now, we're open in Japan, Taiwan, and we just added Mexico as well. We're not open quite yet there, but we're getting ready for it. We'll be open really soon. So that's an option for people. And then also, I just come to this website whenever I'm going to log into my back office. And then this is where people would enroll. So if you've enrolled, you know the process. I always help people get started. I like to be either with them on the phone or on a Zoom doing a screen share like this. So I can walk them through and assure myself that they know how to enroll, but also that they're going to be able to do the same for their people. Because like Scotty B's taught us, it's duplication and then replication. So they put in their country, they would then put in their username, their password, and then it will prompt them to pay with their credit card. So that's just a little bit about the website. We're going to go over to the dashboard. So I'm using one of my affiliates' dashboards because I didn't want to use mine, show you guys all the money that I make, no income claims. But here's just a little tour that we're going to do of the back office. Whenever you log in, this is what it looks like. You've got your affiliate ID at the top. Well, okay. So that's his passcode. Oops, sorry about that. His username, and maybe I should use somebody else's. I'll use my mom's. I didn't realize that information was in there. Sorry about that. Now I see why they don't want us to use our back office. That's funny. Well, anyways, we'll just go through this. I don't know my mom's password anymore. She must have changed it. Okay, so here we've got Prime Life HQ, which Scotty B is going to walk us through in just a minute. You've got all of your tabs on the left-hand side. We've got your dashboard, which that's what this is. The token sale, which you want to get in line for if you haven't gotten in line for it already. I'm not sure, honestly, what's happening with that at the moment. But then you've got your My Account. You've got My Settings, which has all of your personal information that you can go in and change anything, like your address. You can also change the nickname at the top of your screen, and also your username if you need to. But I wouldn't change your username once you've given it out to people, because then if they go to that website, it's not going to be available. Right here we have My Orders under My Account. So these are all of his orders that he's placed since he's joined. And then as you can see, on the right-hand side, you have the tracking. So often people will contact me and they'll say, hey, where's my package? And I'll say, hey, let's log into your back office and check the tracking. And then you can click on the tracking and see exactly where it is. The things that don't have tracking are like, this is for the app or conference tickets, things like that. We'll go down to My Rewards. So basically with My Rewards, you've got the money that you're making, the points that you're accruing, and then also your rank advancement. So here you have a little pie chart that will show what you've made money in, the different segments. And then down here, we have, obviously, he hasn't had a lot of activity yet, building very organically, just getting started. So, but what you will have whenever you start building is your weekly earnings, which you can then click on and you can see exactly where that's money is coming from. So with this amazing promotion that we're having right now, he received $534 for somebody enrolling on that premium package, which is amazing. And I just want to mention that that ends tonight at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you check your time zones and get these orders in before that ends, or they will not be honored. And then also, you know, this residual reward. So residuals are when somebody purchases after their first purchase, you're going to make residual rewards on them. So just know that you can come in here. Typically, if you're having activity, this will be full. He didn't have any activity till week 29, but look, he came to conference and then got on fire and enrolled somebody on that premium package. And then we have rank advancement, which is really, really cool. They've just recently updated this, which I love. Basically, what it does is it accumulates or calculates all of the activity going on down here in your organization. It's not there yet, or this actually, I'm sorry, that was from last month. You've got last month and current month, so you just toggle between them. So for the current month, since he did have some activity, it shows it down here. So you have the group ID, who it came from, the group leader. I'm not going to get too much into the details of group volume. Get with your upline, or I'm sure we can do more further training on that. But essentially, these are the people that he's personally sponsored. So because of that, they're considered the group leader. So if Jose enrolls somebody, they'd be under Jose's group. So that's how group volume works. Anybody that you personally sponsor, and then anybody who comes under them is one group. Personal volume is what that person particularly purchased. So Jose got a package that was equivalent to 534 points, which is actually half of the group volume, is half of the dollar amount that you receive whenever you purchase a package. So because Jose purchased that big package for, obviously it was $1,068, he gets 534 group volume points for that. So Kevin Callahan purchased a single bottle, so he got 44 points, which is half of the dollar amount. And then the group volume is going to be anything that those people do. So Jose enrolls somebody, they purchase a package, it would be under group volume right here. That's the group's volume. And then the total, you add personal volume plus group volume equals usable volume. And then that will contribute for your rank advancement. So again, I'm not going to go too deeply into this, but basically these are the requirements. I love that it shows in your back office and it upgrades you in real time. I really, really love that a lot. If you have further questions, get back with your sponsor and have them explain this to you deeper, because it is actually a really significant part of what we do here once you start building. And then my network. So we have your team view, which shows all of your different generations. For some of us who've been working this longer, have all the way up to 7 generations that it will show. And what you can do is you can actually use this tab to sift and sort to find the people who are creating activity. So what I do is I go through all of my generations and I'll click generation 1. I have a lot of people, so I typically put 100 on there. And this is the way that I find out who's doing things. So this has all of their information. These are all of his level 1 people. Over here, you've got active points left, active points right. So what I do is I like to click these tabs up here to be able to see who's generating activity. So when I do that, the highest amount of points comes to the top. You've got Jose, who's created this. So the first thing that I'm going to do, Jose is actually my level 2, my generation 2. So if I'm going through my back office, I'll say, oh, looks like Jose just came in and is, came in on a big package. So I want to reach out to Jose. I want to know who Jose is. I do know who Jose is. I was actually prospecting him first, but my friend Jay signed him up. So yay for that. I'm going to contact Jose. I'm going to say, hey, welcome to the team. Jay's already connected us, but I'm going to make sure that he knows that he's got my support, especially when people come in on the premium pack. So that's how I use and utilize my team view. And also I can go in and check active status on people. It will show how long they're active till. So, for me, if Todd was my level 1, I'd reach out to Todd and I say, hey, Todd, did you know that you're not active? And in order to get active, you can either get one customer ordering a bottle through your website, or you can personally purchase one through your website. So that's how we do that. And then auto delivery. So the way that you want to do this, and this is something that I definitely recommend doing. Jay actually has, is he on auto ship? Oops, he is. I thought we canceled it the other day. So clearly I don't know how to cancel it. I thought I did because he just came in on he just got a premium pack. So got active for 2 months. But basically what you can do is you can go in here and you can say, I'm going to order some product to get shipped to me every single month. So what I also recommend, and what Jonas mentioned last week that I love, is try all the products. So maybe you use the protein powder and you've got a pet and you like the Hydrate Pure. Get a couple of products every month so that you're a product of the product. I really love that. So say he just wants to get 1 bottle of Recept on the 16th of every month. And then you would put in your credit card information, your address, click update, and then have your address update. Just make sure everything's updated. Whenever you add anything, just click update. And that will assure that your product will get sent to you whenever you choose. And the way that you choose is by choosing the date here. So today's the 20th. So I can't actually choose the 20th, but I could choose the 21st. So just so you know, that's that. And something that's really cool about getting set up on auto delivery is when you set yourself up on auto delivery, then you actually qualify for getting your product for free if you have 3 other customers who are on auto ship. So, put yourself on auto ship, and that goes for, say you get, you're on auto ship for Recept for $89 a month. Well, if you get somebody who's on Hydrate Pure on auto ship, which is the same amount, $89 a month, and then 2 people on Recept on auto ship, then your product will ship you get the product for free and you just pay for shipping. How amazing is that? So everybody, ideally you want to be on auto ship because you don't want to miss out on any points. When you're not active, you're not able to accumulate new points from what your team's doing. Even if oops, sorry guys. Even if you're not, oh, oh, even if you're not creating activity, then new people who are coming on your team, you will accumulate points from them as long as you're active. So this will also show your order history. It has everything that you've ordered and where it's been shipped to, and then your current status for it. The PMB app, we've got a new app that's really amazing. It's $9.95 a month. It is mind-blowing. I wish I've had more time the last month to actually fully utilize it, but I've been so high touch with people in person, sharing this opportunity because this promo is so amazing that I haven't really been utilizing my app. But I will say, I sent out 5 samples, and 3 of those people bought bottles, and 1 of those people ended up enrolling. So it is a really cutting edge technology app. It would be really cool if we could do a training on that soon. That would be really awesome. And then ordering. So this is how you order. You can click on products and you can order individual products from the store. You can get, even multiple bottles of things, or you've got the sample pack, different sample packages, the pet, hydrate pure, protein, and then the lip balm packages. So that's where you come if you want to order products individually. If you want to order them in packages, then you come to product packages. And these pages actually, these packages offer you a discount. So that's the idea, is that when you buy in bulk, just like anywhere else, you get it at a better cost. And then your annual renewal, you want to make sure that you keep your business center active, because if that expires, you lose all of the points that you've accumulated. It's $39 a year. The company sends you an email. It also tells you in your back office, I'll show you in a second, where when that expires. And then you've got your promotional items. You've got different, the tumbler, the Padfolio, the t-shirts, and then there's actually a new website as well. I don't know it off the top of my head. I think it's PMB Gear. But there's some amazing products on there as well. And then your e-wallet, you definitely want to set this up the moment that you get started. So basically 79 cents in here, or 76 cents, but basically you get this set up. It will prompt you whenever you log in with a little window. And sometimes I tell people just hit close for now, right when we get them logged in, but don't wait on that, because when you do get paid, you want to be able to get that money, and you don't want to be waiting on that. And then support. If you need anything, you can create a ticket. There's frequently asked questions. There's also the support number that you can call if you have questions, and then the different policies that we have. So I'm sorry, I totally went over that whole thing, and I didn't even share with Scotty V, but I'm going to let him go over HQ. And I just want to go over this dashboard real quick. This is how you add a photo of yourself. You just click, select an image, upload an image. That's basically the way that works. Super easy. And then people in your genealogy can see. Oh, I didn't go over genealogy. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here's the genealogy. This is actually one of the most important parts of this. Scotty B, do you feel like you want to cover this for us real quick?
Hey, Sarah, I can definitely cover that if you want me to.
Awesome. We got to give you some screen time for sure.
Fantastic. Well, first off, I just do want to say to everybody once again, hey, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are. And Sarah, you're doing an awesome job sharing this information. One of the things that I've learned over time that I just want to share, I guess it's a couple of points, maybe because I'm such an old guy and I've been doing this for 29 years, is that a lot of different people have different approaches to how they want to start their business. And it can be overwhelming to have so much information here. But the great thing is, with Sarah going through what she's going through, this is recorded. You'll have access to it. You can't really make mistakes with this. You can't mess it up. Between the back office, between the headquarters, the things we're sharing, you can't really mess that stuff up. So one of the things that I found is the most important things is just to take some time when you get started. Obviously, your main focus is building your business, but gaining your knowledge, gaining your belief, gaining your conviction about the business you have. As much of that is listening to the calls, learning about the business, but also doing a little bit of your own work, digging in here, checking out what Prime My Body has put together for us is as good as any company I've ever seen in this industry. And fortunately, because this has been my career, I know this industry like it is whatever you personally know best yourself. And I've seen a lot of companies, literally probably a few thousand companies start, and to have such a young new company to have such great assets, so professional, put together in such a wonderful, methodical fashion that makes sense, that is user friendly. It's rare. Just trust me, you don't usually get it like this. So it is really amazing. So just take some time on your own to go through this. We're going to come to the dashboard in a little bit, but just going into this back office, you can't mess this up. And just like the genealogy that's right in front of you, this is the engine that drives our entire business model. We call it a binary. That's what it's called generically in the network marketing world. The reason binary is bi means two. You have a left and a right team. So you've got your left team, you've got your right team. And as you start to enroll people, obviously to get qualified, you have to personally enroll a person on your left and a person on your right who are both active. And that means that they have $89 a month in product volume going through their business. So when you start, you're going to put one on your left, you're going to put one on your right. And then after that, when you have a third person, what I recommend you do, but we're not going to try to teach you everything you need to know in day one, because that's like feeding you with a fire hose. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a little garden hose than a fire hose, it's going to knock me down. But a little garden hose I can handle. So as you get your first two, one on the left, one on the right, when you start getting your third, fourth, fifth, then consult with your team. See, this is a business where it's a team business. You're not out there by yourself. You've got business partners who are willing to work with you. And if for some reason the person's brought you in as brand new and they're not that knowledgeable, go to the person above, Get in some of the chat groups, get into the Facebook page. Whatever you need to do, you've got support. If you're willing to ask for it, the help is here. The great thing about the binary is you see the left and the right, these teams are going to build. And it's the only compensation plan in the industry where you can literally have just two primary legs and drive an entire compensation plan. It's also the only compensation plan that enables you to be able to capture volume, more than 7, 8, 9, 10 levels in depth. It could go hundreds, it could go thousands. You look at a binary like USANA, which has been around. That's the one that Dr. Oz always promotes on his TV show. They've been around since I think the early 1990s. They probably have people that are over 10,000 levels in depth in a leg. And if it's on your smaller of the two legs, which is the one that you get paid on, that's what we call your balance leg or your pay leg. Imagine that. See, that's the beautiful thing about the binary, and the great thing, especially the one that Prime My Body has selected, it's the best of them all because it's a residual binary. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of binaries only take the first purchase of new affiliates, put them in the binary, then everything else goes into a 7-level unilevel. Not bad, but then it cuts off at 7 levels. And some of them have compression. Very few of them have dynamic compression, which we do on our unilevel, which is another great feature, but we're not talking about that right now. But very few of them do, where every single product, not just the first package order, not just the first initial order, but I'm talking about every order, whether it's a retail customer, whether it's a get 3 and yours is free wholesale customer, whether it's an affiliate who's buying a package as a brand new affiliate, whether it's an affiliate buying another package down the road, whether it's just somebody that says, I got my monthly auto order, whether it's somebody says, I've got my order, I've got packages, but this product's going so great that I need to come in and order more product this month. Literally every single purchase from your customers, your affiliates, their customers, their affiliates, their customers, every single one for life is going to go through this binary. So when you look at it, you see 2 that becomes 4, that becomes 8, becomes 16. It doesn't build perfectly like that, but you can see that this never stops. So if you never stop, if you just don't quit and you keep helping your people and helping them to help their people, over time, this is going to grow and this is going to fill out, and it's going to be a substantial part of the income you have coming in. Now, whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, who knows how fast it's going to go. It's different for everybody, but if you don't quit, it will go. And this is the engine that drives it. So there's a couple things you can do. One, you can set whether people go to your left or to the right or for autofill. And when you first start, here's what I recommend. Everybody has their own way of doing it. When you set that, what that means is when you send somebody to your affiliate website, it's going to drop them exactly where you say. So if you have left designated, boom, 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 they start going down the left. If you have right, bam, 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 it goes right down the right. And so it puts them where you have them designated. But for your first 2 at least, and I'm a little bit of I'm definitely not a control freak, but I like to control my business. I treat it like a business. So anytime I'm personally enrolling somebody, what I do is I log in here. And if you see you have one to the left and then one to the right, and if you literally hover over the very first one that's available. So if you look down the far right there, there's a third one. It's a little head, like a gray head inside a black circle with a plus. If you click that, what happens is that opens up a link and you copy and paste that. Like I just did one to a guy this morning down in Tampa, Florida. I just sent one to him, brand new guy coming on board, Harry, really, really nice guy. And he said he wanted the product. I said, do you want to pay retail or wholesale? He said, well, tell me about it. I told him, he said, I want wholesale. I said, great, let me send you the link. So I wanted to make sure he went exactly where I wanted him to go. So I did exactly what Sarah just did here for us. Thank you, Sarah. And I copied and pasted that and I emailed it to him. And he enrolled. I got the email welcoming, the welcome new affiliate in your downline, and he joined. So he's in. That way, you know exactly where to go, and especially for your first two. But for me, I do everyone, because as much as I love and trust technology, I know sometimes there's glitches. If there's software upgrades going on, and in today's world, because we interact and interface with so many different, whether it's vendors, suppliers, accounting, I mean, there's so much going on that sometimes there are glitches. And it's not that you can't get it corrected, but you got to go through customer service. You got to submit a support ticket. It could take a day. Sometimes you got to get somebody to sign off. I mean, why even deal with that? And I just like to know that if you're my contact, I want to know that I'm not going to have you start, because you never get a second chance to make a first great impression, right? I want you to have the best experience you possibly can. So it's not about me as much as it is about you. I want to make sure I'm setting you up for success day one. And if I get you set up and because I made some mistake or something happened to the system, and then I say, oh, sorry, our system did that. Well, to me, there's a chink in the armor right out of the gates as you get started. I don't want you to have that. I want it to be as smooth as possible for you. Plus, if I do this and I teach you how to do it, guess what? It's exactly what I did for you. You got the link from me and you signed up. Now, sometimes people say, hey, can you just sign me up yourself? And I do the exact same thing. So I'll go in here, I click on it and open the space, and I enter it in, and I just do it right there from my back office. So you can either send it to them or you can do it on their behalf. Either way, it works. But that's exactly how I like to do that. This right here is the engine. All the rest of the stuff, the 7-level unilevel, the matching, the leadership bonuses, those things are going to happen over time. If you learn to master this, one on the left, one on the right, teach your two to get one on their left, one on the right. And then, of course, you want 4 so you can maximize the income that comes from here. But again, don't just go randomly place them. Talk to the people above you, because you're either on their left or their right. And based on what's happening, you may, no guarantee, we all have to build our 2 legs. No guarantee that anything may happen, but you may potentially be in a leg that's pretty active, and you might actually have some benefit of some people coming underneath you. Again, don't expect it. Don't count on it. If it happens, it's I call it love from above. We all love the love from above, but don't count on it. Don't build your business based on the fact that you expect that. If you get it, you get it. So anyways, this is the driving force right here. And once you learn that, again, the only thing you need to know to get started is one on the left, one on the right. Then you're looking for 2 more. They may each go 1 left, 1 right. You may do 2 left, 2 right. Work with your team. Don't try to be a lone ranger. Work with your team, because if you do that, guess what? You're going to be integrated. And then as your people start working, you're going to integrate them with your upline. And it just starts an entire kind of symbiotic relationship in the pay structure where everybody's helping each other. That way, everything doesn't fall on your shoulders. You've got an entire team. And I promise you, people will do what you do, not what you say, unless they're the same thing. So don't say, hey, rely on me when you're not relying on people. Work with the people who want to build and teach that to your team through your actions, and then they're going to follow your words. So Sarah, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I can't get this. There's a window that's open. I can't get to close. I did just want to mention real quick that, I can't. Are you guys seeing the questions on the screen or no?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so basically, I did want to mention the links, the bubble links. They tend to, unless somebody is enrolling in that moment, I don't send out the links because there actually are some complications with them. If somebody doesn't use that link right away and somebody else enrolls, then, oh shoot, I'm connected to the wrong Wi-Fi. No wonder it's unstable. Uh-oh. Okay. If somebody clicks that link or somebody doesn't use that link and somebody else enrolls in that spot before they enroll, it will actually knock them sideways and they'll go on somebody else's tree. So the link's a little bit tricky unless somebody's going to sign up right then. And I'll tell them, I'll create that sense of urgency of like, I'm going to send you a link, but make sure you do it right now before somebody else signs up. So that they're not waiting. And I believe Melanie said that the link expires in a day, which I didn't know that. So we'll get some clarification on that. But always place outside left, outside right if you're going to be doing it yourself. And just so you know, like sometimes people have a tendency to want to place these inside bubbles. Like if I were John and I'm going to bring somebody in on my right side, I definitely, like Scotty B said, I want to make sure that they're on this outside right, outside right, outside left. And as you can see, because there's somebody here, this person, if I just have it on the left side over here, it's going to take them and put them on the bubble down here. So I always love to just use the toggle, just, you know, to avoid complications, because if people don't sign up in that moment, it doesn't just put them in the next bubble. So just be careful with that. And if I'm with people in person, totally fine. We've just basically had people lost on the tree before. We're like, where are they? And then they're on somebody else's tree because they got knocked sideways. So I invite you guys to use left and right toggle, and just let the computer place them for you, because sometimes what people want to do is they'll say, oh, I want to place somebody on my right leg, and they'll put them right here. But actually, if you notice, that's Todd's left leg. That's Todd's job to build that leg, and then he's getting support from this common leg, like Scotty B talked about, love from above. So awesome. Todd now has Jose on his team because Jay placed him there. And if Jay enrolls somebody new today, on his right team, he'd put them there and they'd be on Jose's team. What's really cool about this is the points trickle up. So say he comes in on a premium package and gets 500 points. Jose would get 530 points. Todd would get 500 points. Todd would get 500 points, and Jay would get 500 points, John. So this is, the points trickle up the tree, which is so amazing. But again, you have to be active in order for that to happen. I think that's good on the genealogy, outside left, outside right, strategy, or strategize with your upline. It's really, really important that you understand how this works. And again, you know, this has definitely been the most rewarding part of the compensation plan for me. If there's anything that I missed, or you guys that we didn't cover, please go ahead and put it in the chat section, and I'll make sure. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Okay, so right here we've got this link that takes Jay can copy and paste and take people directly to his website to enroll. Or you can click the share PMB. Everybody has this website as well. A lot of people have no idea. It's sharepmb.com/your username. So whenever you send them that link, they can watch a little video with Austin that talks about the history and the mission of our company, and how they can get started with us as an affiliate. And then you've got a video of Dr. Aaron and Marielle, who are talking about how this is impacting lives, and then people can click here to join the movement. That would be a picture of Jay if he had one here, and then they can call or email him. So that's a really great resource for people to have if you want to share more of the opportunity and have people get a breakdown of it. Okay, so again, we've got the picture, the name, your active status. So he's active until September 11th. It says yes. You never want to see the red here. You know, if you've got red here, no, you want to get all of these blue. So you've got qualified yes, which again means one active affiliate on your left leg, one active affiliate on your right leg that you have personally sponsored. And then you have your enroll date, the day that you came in. And that's important because that's also when your site expires. So you got to make sure that you renew your business center. We've got the active customers. So he doesn't currently have any active customers. We always want customers though. And then active affiliates. Yay, he's got 2 active affiliates, 1 active left, 1 active right, which makes him qualified. And then his current pay rate right here. You've got your rewards for the week, your rewards for the month, and then your total rewards. So this is a really great way to just keep track of what you get weekly. We've got our updates right here. Right now we've got Momentum Revisited, which is really fun. You've got your recorded calls here. Always plug into the company calls. Saturday after this call, we have a 10 a.m. training call. We also have a Monday night leadership call at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, and then a Wednesday night Zoom as well. So if you don't get on those calls live, then there's one more. Oh yeah, this call right now. If you don't get on those calls live, make sure you listen to the recording, because this is how we all learned. You know, when I first joined this business, it was in the pre-launch and I didn't know anything. I just used my back office and all the tools, these recorded calls, and I listened and I took notes, and then people were asking me questions and I was able to share because of the information I was receiving from these calls. So it's a really, really great way to just learn what we're sharing here. And then the rookie bonus pool is really amazing because it shows who the top builders are. And you always want to have people in here as well. I totally thought that my guy was in here, but he's not. But we've got a couple of people on this team. We got Tammy from our team and Chad Fagan, who's my business professor. A lot of people who are on this board. And then when you get a rookie bonus, you get the top 10 people get up to $500 depending on the activity that they accrue in their first month. So that's the main dashboard. And then just believe the last thing we have to go over is Prime Life HQ, which I'm also going to hand over to Scotty B to go through this for us.
Hey, Sarah, thanks so much. And wow, what an awesome job going through all the information there. And, you know, the thing I love is just make it so simple and so easy, and everything we need is right there. And for everybody who's listening in, you know, once you've been in for a while, you're going to be doing exactly what Sarah was just doing right there. You're going to know it so well that you're taking people through and you're sharing that. And I know sometimes when you hear it, I've been there right there in that same seat when I was brand new. It's like, wow, you know, it seems like it's a lot, but understand it's really not. And there's only going to be a few things that you're focused on. But the nice thing is what Sarah's just been sharing is everything you need to do, everything we need to do to manage our business is located right here in one nice, succinct location. So, you know, bit by bit, little by little, the more you watch these, I recommend every single Saturday you can watch these, plug in, because it's through that repetition that skill starts to become something you internalize. You know, knowing it and knowing where to go is one thing, but when you don't even have to think about it because you've internalized it, then you're able to start doing the exact same thing to work and help your people. Somebody calls you and bam, you just know exactly what to do to help them. So just know that it's here for you. These trainings are every single Saturday. And so it's just a great avenue to do that. And there's so many great leaders we're very fortunate to have in this company that you'll get a taste and a flavor from different leaders every single week. And this is going to help you to really pick up some key little nuggets, because everybody's going to share little things that they've seen that maybe some of us haven't. So let's all make sure we're tuning in so we can learn from each other. Also, before I jump into HQ, because I want to make sure I do this, we've got a very, very special call on Monday night. Our CEO, Paul Rogers, is going to have a really, really great informational announcement. And it revolves around the PMB token. So just make sure that you and everybody on your team tunes into this. We're not going to cover it here on this call because it's not about getting started, but it is a significant portion of our company on a go-forward basis and how it's going to position us as a massive, massive player in this industry, not only of direct sales, even more importantly, inside of the world of hemp. It's going to literally take us into the 21st century plus from a technological standpoint, and what it's going to enable us to do with a global infrastructure utilizing the latest in technology through blockchain technology and the cryptocurrency side. And again, we're not becoming a cryptocurrency company. You'll never have to do anything with crypto if you don't want. I know some people, to them, it's like the devil. To other people, they love it. And remember, we are going to be the #1 global hemp company. So some parts of the world love it. Some parts aren't too sure about it yet. But it's here to stay. It's a technology of the future. And like anything that's new, it always gets cleaned up and it evolves and grows. But if you understand what it does from the standpoint of the ease of doing global business, it's something we all want to have inside our company from the technology that integrates in for us globally. Whether we participate with tokens or not, that has no bearing on it. But from a company standpoint, to be highly competitive in a global environment, we definitely want that. And so Monday night, make sure and tune in because there's going to be some great, great information that our CEO, Paul, is bringing to us on that. Now, back into building our business. The thing I love about Prime, oh my gosh, my Prime My Body HQ is because everything we need to build our business is right here. And you can see it right there on the screen. You got the HQ, and that's just the page. It's a nice little video right there. You know, check that out. Check out the video. Listen to it. It's a wonderful, fun video. And then we're going to start diving in. And when you look going across from the top middle to the right, you'll see promos. And under promos, we've got two things. We've got active promos, and we've got get 3 and yours is free. So obviously there's some national conference promotions going on through the end of the day today. If you're brand new, just got started, guess what? You've got until midnight Central Time tonight to take advantage of this. There's no time like now. So we're not going to go through it all, but read through it. I can just tell you this: for anybody who gets a new person started, you get them started, they purchase one of the larger packages, or any of the packages really, and you're going to double your front end fast start sales commission that you earn off that initial package purchase. So it's a great way. I know it sounds crazy, but what if you were able to go out there and get 4 or 5 people started today instead of 250 or 375 for one of the larger premium packs? That's double, 500 or 700. So get 2 or 3 like that, and bam, it's a great day, isn't it? Of course it is. So that's where you'll see active promotions. You'll see the Get 3 and yours is free information. The event section, you can click on that. And this is going to start to be populated, not only domestically, but globally. I know we feel like a big company, but we're really not as big a company as you think we are. I mean, 50 million in sales is great. It really is. But we're still pretty much a small, we're significant in the industry, but an insignificant player in the global direct sales industry. We're very small right now compared to where we're going to be very soon. So what you're going to start to see on this calendar is you're going to start to see as more and more teams start to grow, as more and more teams start to get solidified in some of the home-based markets where we have leadership, you'll start to be able to come in here and see that the meetings will be posted. And because we're one big family, we all help each other. What we do in our attempt and our focus is create a very, very clean, safe environment, very, very clean, safe environment where you can send people to where they can attend events. Now, what I'm going to say is this: we can't control everybody. So if you're going to send somebody to an event, my first belief is that it's never the first look. The first look is having them watch the presentation, like the live one we have every Wednesday night. Or if you go to the very next section under trainings, there's a presentation. If you scroll 2 down, there's a presentation right there. It's a video recorded presentation. So when you're brand new, obviously you probably don't feel like you have enough information or know the information well enough to present, even though in the next tab we'll go to in a minute, there is a presentation you could use. But here's a recorded one, and it's got everything you're going to need to take somebody through a full, complete business evaluation. We're talking about a business that can massively and radically change people's lives. We're not talking about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Hey, take a look. What do you think? No, you could do that too. But this is for somebody that says, I'm interested. I want to know exactly what this is. And bam. So me personally, if possible, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But if it does, I'll always have somebody review the material first and then either enroll them and let them bring some people to the presentation. So you build into an event versus building for an event. It's just a different way of doing it. It's a higher level psychology of doing it. But as a last resort, if they can't, then I'm going to send them to that event. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to also go and look and see who's hosting the event. And I'm going to reach out to them. And for example, if Sarah was hosting one anywhere in the world, I'd say, hey, Sarah, let's say Sarah's doing a meeting in Paris, France. Now, we're not open there yet, but I know we're going to be open there next year. So Sarah's doing a meeting in Paris. I'm going to send her a message. Hey, Paris, I've got a great friend, Francois, and he's coming to the meeting tonight. He hasn't had a chance to review the information. It'll be his first time there. But I'm going to have him ask for you. Could you at least just say hi, shake his hand, and let him stand around? And if he has any questions, let him listen in. And if he has any questions, could you help him and answer? And of course, Sarah would do that. She's got to focus on her own business because we're cross-line, but she would do that to help because she supports the whole company as well. Just vice versa. She may have somebody and I'm traveling doing a meeting. Maybe I'm in Singapore and she's going to send somebody to me. I'll do the same thing. So yes, we all have to build our own business, but if we have that one piece of us that we hold out where we can help each other, this section of events is going to become your biggest asset to create leverage all around the world. Because remember, it's not just you. As you get a team of 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 or more, imagine everybody every week checking that out and saying, oh my gosh, I do know somebody in Vancouver. I do know somebody in Tokyo. I do know somebody in Johannesburg. I know somebody in Buenos Aires. I know somebody in Lima. I know somebody in Munich. I know somebody in Tampa. I know somebody in DC. I know somebody in Phoenix. This is what's going to happen. And we're going to have the opportunity to all help each other leverage and grow faster. I've always done this in my career. And I promise you, it is absolutely the number one way to build. So this event section is going to become critical. Going over to trainings, the very first tab there is getting started. We don't go through it all right here. My advice is to set aside at least an hour. Set aside at least an hour and have a notepad out, which hopefully you do right now and you're taking some notes. But set aside an hour, and under trainings, under getting started, bam, you just go right into getting started and just go through the information. Go through the information, every one of the questions, write them down. There's no wrong answers, so don't feel you have to be perfect. Matter of fact, perfection is the lowest standard because it doesn't exist. And here's the biggest thing. When you do this, my personal advice, and you type A, you're going to have the hardest time with this, but you can do it. Get out of your head and get into your heart. Ask yourself, how do I feel about this? And then say the question. How do I feel about this? And then say the question or the topic. How do I feel about this? And as you're going through it, say, What's my feelings? What am I feeling when I'm watching this? What am I feeling when I'm reading this? Get in touch with your feelings and write it down. You're starting a brand new business that, done right, can radically change your life and generations of your family. You look at the people that got started in Amway, Herbalife, Nu Skin, Mary Kay, A.L. Williams back in the early days. And make no mistake about it, PMB is the company. We absolutely are the company that are going to be the Herbalife, the Mary Kay, the Nu Skin of hemp. There's no question about it. So if you just do your part in the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years, you can absolutely have generational wealth to change your family. So let me ask you a question. If you knew there was a chance, no guarantee, but if you knew there was a chance that within the next 3 to 5 to 7, 10 years, you could have a massive 7-figure income and change generations in your family forever, would you gladly take an hour or two and go through this information to set yourself up? I mean, could you pull yourself away from TV or maybe one night of volleyball or softball or a day at the pool or something? I mean, it's a business. And again, it's your business. Do what you want. I'm just sharing with you based on the fact that I believe if you're taking a Saturday morning in the summer to be on this, or whenever you're watching this recorded, then you care enough. You're one of the ones that are taking the time to do this, then you care enough. So it's incumbent upon Sarah and myself to make sure we're sharing with you exactly what we know is the most beneficial thing for you. So this getting started, I mean, it's so much more than just a few do this, do that. It's going to literally set you up from the standpoint of why are you doing this from the very beginning? And then it just drills through. Again, we can't go through it all here, but it is absolutely one of the most underutilized, yet one of the most important aspects to building this business. As a matter of fact, if you've been in for a while and you haven't done this in a while, if you've been in for a while and you've never done it, act like you're brand new day one. Go back and do that. And I promise you this, it will definitely change your perspective on not only where you are today, but your ability and your belief of where the future is for you. So definitely do that. Right underneath that, presentation. If you click on presentation, that's the PowerPoint. You can download the PowerPoint. We've got a video. You can download the PowerPoint as well for PMB presentation. We've got PMB rewards, so you can use that as well. That's how you learn the reward plan. So if somebody says, I want another compensation plan, boom, right there. I know we're working on a video that we'll have out that'll support that also. You got media assets, business cards, again, tools and things that you need. It's all right there. You can take some time to go through it. You guys know what that stuff is. We don't need to go through and explain it. One thing I will say real quick, though, about that presentation is you can literally, you can walk through it and just read that. My personal choice, if it's a brand new person, I like to push play and get out of the way. I show the video. I don't actually give the presentation when I'm sitting down with somebody. And the reason I don't is even though I know it like the back of my hand. But if I'm sitting down with a brand new person and I'm doing that presentation, there's 3 things that I've learned. It's been proven psychologically that new affiliates, potential new affiliates are thinking. When they're watching you present, they're thinking, okay, number 1, do I like this person? Do I trust this person? Can I believe this person? They're assessing you. Make no mistake about it. Even if they know you, they're assessing you. Are you being honest? Are you being truthful? Are you trying to sell them? Are you trying to get them? These are the thoughts in the back of the mind. It's not coming out of the mouth, but they're thinking it. They're feeling it. Don't ever doubt that they're feeling that. They're sizing you up. The second thing is they want to know, is this real? The information you're sharing, is it real? Is it credible? Is it valid? They want to know that. And then the third thing is, can I do it? So let's say that they totally believe you. You are an honest person. You're a good person. They're going to believe you. Of course they are. The information is so solid. And with the people we have and everything we have in there, only a person who's just not probably really, really intelligent would doubt the validity because there's so much validation in what we share that it's there for them. Now, it may not be for them. Doesn't mean it's for them, but they really can't doubt the validity. If they do, then they're kind of showing they're lacking. They need to do a little work in that area. The third thing, though, is can they do it? And I promise you, if you say, you know what, I can do that presentation, bam, like the back of my hand, which I know I can, Sarah can, a lot of you on here can. That's the minute that the person sitting across from the table from you says, wow, she did an amazing presentation. I could never do that. So she's making money. He's making money. They're having success. But to do that, to make money, I have to give this presentation. Oh, my gosh, I'm going to fail. I can't make any money. The number one thing, well, they say going to the dentist and public speaking are the 2 things that people are most fearful of. And I can promise you, the better you do that presentation, which you're thinking, I want to do the best I can, because you do for the right reasons. But the unfortunate side effect with many people, unless they're just really confident or really successful already, and let's face it, those are 2 assets that not a lot of people have, and certainly having both of them. Unfortunately, again, in the back of their head, what they're thinking is, I don't think I can make money because I can't give that presentation. So you know what they do? They don't tell you that. They said, well, let me think about this for a while. Oh, I don't have any money right now. Oh, I need to talk to my husband, my wife. Oh, I need to go pray about this. I need to meditate on this. I need to do whatever, I need to, whatever, it doesn't matter what they're going to say. They're going to say something, because who's going to say, well, I just don't think I'm good enough. I just don't think I can do what you do. Every now and then you might get some that do that, but they don't. And again, I'm not saying don't present. If you like to do it, but just be aware when you're doing it. Don't do it so great that the person sitting across from you feels they can never duplicate you. Because that's the number one principle of success, is duplication. But I'll tell you this, if John Taylor sat down, JT sat down, and he opened up his laptop and he said, hey, talking to you. Hey, Scotty B, check this out. Boom, pushes play, lets me put a little headset in, lets me watch a presentation of the business. And then he said, Scott, what'd you like best about that? I said, wow, JT, I didn't know the hemp industry was doing what it's doing. Deregulation, that's amazing. And this RECEP sounds like, and you got these doctors, it's amazing. And you did 50 million last year and debt free. This is unreal. I said, yeah. He said, you got any questions? I said, well, I'm just wondering how, the products, do they really do what you say? I know they say that. And he said, oh, they do that and more. We even have all this medical documentation that's coming out. It's unbelievable. I said, wow, pretty amazing. And he said, well, any other questions? I say, no. He said, what else do you need to know to get started? I said, nothing. He said, well, where do you see yourself fitting in? I said, I think I want that premium pack. I want to try all the products. Great. Let's get you started. Bam. Because you know what I'm thinking? Okay, I know him. I like him. I trust him. I saw the information on the video. My gosh, this is totally valid. Listen to that. Look at that. That's sense. That makes sense. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying, I know this guy's making 7 figures, but I can certainly push play. I can push the button on that computer as good as he can. So if I just do this long enough with enough people over time, I don't know if I'll make millions, but I certainly know I can be successful because I can push play just as good as he can. Now, if he read that presentation to me or gave it to me, I'm probably thinking, man, I don't know if I can do that. So anyways, that's an important part. And again, it's your personal decision. But I've seen so many people lose people because they love to give the presentation and they're really good at it, but you can just see it in their eyes. You can read the body language when they're going through it. They like what they're seeing. They're getting excited, but there's something inside saying, I can't do that. So anyways, that's a very, very important part. That's just one of my little personal kind of sticking things, if you will. But I've seen so many times where that's happened. And then the final thing, if you go to the top navigation, just over on the right, is recorded calls. The calls that we have are recorded. So if you can't make the Monday night, if you can't make the Saturday call, which is right after this, which we'll talk about in just a minute, then they're recorded. Not everybody fits into the time frames of what we have. And so our company, which is one of the few, doggone it, they record every single one of these calls. They record every single one of these calls so that you can listen to it on your time. And I tell you what, when you first get started, life is happening, right? Life is going on. We all have life going on. So we can't always make everything, but when you have something you can pick up 24/7 and make it fit your schedule, especially in your 90, 120 days, 6 months a year, and really I don't miss any if I can avoid them. And if I do, I'll go back and listen to them. That's my juice. That's my juice. Even though I've been doing this for years, I need my juice too, just like everybody does. Man, when I hear Paul, when I hear Austin, when I hear JT, when I hear any of our amazing leaders on any of these calls, every single time I do, that's that injection. It's like I'm getting infected with PMB one more time. They're injecting me and infecting me with PMB. And I want it. I'm like, give me more, give me more, give me more. So I use those as my juice to keep me flowing. Because some days I wake up and it's not all rainbows and unicorns and sunshine. Sometimes there's stuff that's just, I'm dealing with. I've got a little situation right now in a family and it's tough. It's really tough. But at the same time, that's life. It goes on. So this call right here and right after this is done, guess what? Dialing into our 1 p.m. top 1% leadership call. And there's my injection where I can get infected with a little more PMB to go through this day, go through this weekend, get into next week, finish out this promotion strong today. So anyways, this is called HQ for a reason. It is our headquarters. Use that. And along with what Sarah did such a great job of sharing, everything you have is at your fingertips that you need. On top of that, you got the team. You've got what we call the PMB Familia. We're all here. We're all here. Take advantage, but you got to do your part. We're not going to do it for you, but we'll do it with you. So just appreciate you guys. Love you. Have an awesome day. Sarah, right back to you, darling.
Awesome. Thank you, Scotty B. And I just want to touch on a few things. Thank you, everybody who commented in the chat as well. So whenever you're hosting an event, make sure you submit it. However, you can't submit an event if it's an in-home. It has to be at a public establishment. So know that that's the case. And then somebody also mentioned to me that for auto delivery, you can actually set it up for today. So I could set it up for the 20th. However, it's not going to ship till the 20th of next month. And then you can obviously, they also pointed out, I could choose like the 17th, Sorry, I wasn't clear on that. It just won't ship this month if you do that. So thank you for allowing me to clarify that. And then somebody else just wanted me to point out that in the genealogy, the way that we find out if it's on, where we're going to place people, obviously you want to ask your upline, but as a sponsor, it's your job to click left or click right before the person signs up. And then they wanted me to point out that the way that you figure out which leg you maybe want to place them on is dependent on the points. So the points, you've got left and you've got right balance, and you go here and you can see that, he has 163,000 points on his left leg, so obvious, and only 87 on his right. So this is where he's probably going to want to place his people. Again, get back with your upline so that they can explain this more in depth. And if you guys have any more questions, get with your people. We're all here to support you. We're grateful that you've taken time to learn about your back office and how to get started. And we're excited to have you as part of our P&B Familia. So thanks, Scotty B, for joining me today. And everybody who's on the call, have an awesome Saturday. And we'll see you on the training call in just a few minutes. All right. Bye, guys.